Hi guys,
welcome back to Girls, the
guys,
Gossip Podcast hosted by yours truly, Eva.
I'm Josh.
Let's get it started.
Love it.
I thought it's been a hot minute since we've had a good rant.
Yes, my favourite thing to do.
So I thought, obviously, ranting era, we should start it off with like rules that we hate. Not necessarily like the law kind of rules, but just like the rules that society, think that you should have. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my first one is that you have to respect your elders no matter what.
Thank you.
I cannot stand
Thank
it
you.
because in my head I'm thinking, no, respect is earned. Like if you show me respect, I'll show you respect no matter what the age. I get maybe when you're a child, you have respect for your elders,
Yeah.
but when you're all adults, just because you're 10 years older than me doesn't mean that I should be giving you respect while you treat me like shit. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you. I just think like you don't get a bitch pass because you're a pensioner. Like I genuinely, and like we've both worked in like retail and hospitality, so we've definitely got an old person story. And I'm like, I'm like, Margaret, I don't know what smoke you think you are. I'm talking to me. I get that on a B&M board. That is honestly the most real thing ever. Yes. My first one is the seatbelt sign on an airplane once you've landed and you're just going into the airport. Like, we're not in the air. It's so weird and it's so niche, but why do I need to keep my seatbelt on?
You know what I used to think when I was little? Like if you're in the back of a car and you don't have your seatbelt on, the car's moving, it just beep beep. I used to think, oh, maybe the pilots have that in the cockpit or something that's just beeping at them. Because Mary in aisle 4 is not wearing her seatbelt.
Like 4C have got their belt not on. Like I'm just there. Like I have had this belt strapped to me for 4 hours. We've landed. We're taking the piss going in, and then it's like you'll finally stop, wait, and they're like, please remain in your seat, keep your seatbelt on. I'm like, why don't I need my seatbelt on? We're not going anywhere. Like,
you know what? Off the back of that one though, like when you're on a plane, like we had this when we come back from Paris. We literally parked up. The plane was parked up, and then they were like, "Oh, sorry, the bus." Like we were well out, so we needed the bus to bring us back. The bus isn't ready for it. I'm thinking, darling, you've seen us land out of the sky.
You've
How
had
are you
time
not ready?
to prepare. Yeah.
How are you not ready?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Honestly,
because they're doing another bus. I'm thinking, so you only got one bus. Is that
well
it?
Done. Well
Only the one
done.
bus. That really irritates me. I'm thinking, you've known for probably about 40 minutes by the time it took to land and pull in at like 2 miles per hour. That we're coming. Why have you not got
That's Birmingham Airport for you. We love you.
My next one is you have to forgive and forget. Now, I'm someone who, like, I'll forgive, but I hold a grudge, so I'm not going to forget. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like if you do forget, then you're not going to learn not to do it again, or you're going to let them do that to you again. Do you know what I mean? That whole you need to forgive and forget. I'm not, no, I don't. Who said I have to do that? Because I don't feel like I have to do that. I can forgive it to be an adult. I don't have to forget about it.
I think that whole phrase of forgive and forget, don't forgive, do forget, whatever, right? It's like it's giving a sense of entitlement. Like, don't tell me how to have my reaction. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to get annoyed at my reaction to your actions, that's on you, not me. So I'm with you on that. But also, like, I feel like as well with that, you can forgive and forget and move on. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can live amicably. Like, I can despise you, aka men. Like,
men are trash.
Nothing changes. But like, I can forgive and forget you, but also like live amicably and vice versa. Do you know what I mean? So do you know what's so funny? I feel like the rules we hate, yours are like actually meaningful and mine are just honestly so petty. My next one, off the back of a deep one, is no jumping in the pool. What? I've paid, right, not to be a Karen, right? I've paid my money to come to this hotel. No one's around me. Let me jump in the pool. Why do you get, and it's that whistle of Juan or, Carlos shouting at me from across the pool when I want to jump in. And I'm like, do you really think that I'm going to jump in if there's loads of like kids? Well, actually, if they're annoying me. But like,
but then you see kids who are like 5 years of age and they keep bombing into the pool. And I'm thinking, hello, you're not telling them off, but you tell me off if I was going to do
that. I'm like, all these lads are allowed to like do bloody starships. Star jumps, that's it. Star jumps or
Star
pits are meant to fly. Like it. Like, they're allowed to do that. People play mermaids. People have got balls, lilos, like, and I'm not allowed to do a little jump in the ball. Are you taking the piss? No, I don't like it. So petty.
My next one is double yellow lines.
Yes.
I can't stand double yellow lines. I feel like everywhere I go these days, it's just, and I'm thinking, where do you want me to park?
And they're in the most inconvenient places.
Like at uni, obviously, I park and then walk because there's no point me getting the train because you know it's the same distance to do the walk, so I may as well just drive, not have to pay when I'm already having to pay for a car. And I have to park so far away because there's double yellow lines everywhere, and I'm thinking like, do I risk it? Do I not? But then I'm thinking, I'm in uni for 5 hours. Like, there's a good chance someone's going to come and ticket me.
Yeah.
And then I sit there and I'm like, I see all these other people who just leave their car anywhere. Like, I've been so close so many times to going and knocking on a person's house and be like, can I park on the driveway?
Yeah. People
because
get money
they're not
that,
at work anyway. They're not. No, they're not at home anyway because they're at work. Like, there's so many houses by my uni where like all the driveways are empty because people. And I'm thinking, I just park on their driveway.
People get money off that, you know. Like,
that's what I'd be doing. If I had a big ass driveway, I'd be like, right, £2 a day or something like that. You can park there for as long as you like.
And I feel like being a traffic, is it called a traffic warden, the people that give tickets, is up there with a train ticket. Like, you are the most petty, horrible person to do that job.
Because you know, you never know someone's circumstance. What if they've had to pull up there because it's an emergency?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. My next one is getting ID'd for a fucking energy drink.
Oh.
I cannot stand this. And you know what it is for me? It's when I will go into a shop, have my car keys on me.
That is what I say.
So it's like, legally, I have to be 17 to have this car. Unfortunately, a lot older than that, but minimum 17. So you know already that, like, I'm above 16. Why are you asking me to get my ID out? I honestly think, right, I've been ID'd more times for an energy drink than I have alcohol recently.
I feel like they ID you for the weirdest things. Like, I remember before I was buying like a pack of scissors.
Yeah.
And they wanted my ID and I thought, why? Just to do a bit of arts and crafts.
Yeah, not allowed to do that anymore.
I'm not trying to stab anyone, don't worry.
Yeah. And I'm like,
use bloody scissors anyway.
Yeah. And I just think, like, if I want a bloody energy drink, or I don't really drink them anyway, but it's like, when I do fancy it, like, who are you to tell me? Another thing backing off of that, the 2 paracetamol rule. I cannot stand it. Like, listen,
they're going to start IDing for that now as well. But they're going to be like, you need ID to buy paracetamol.
Yeah. And it's like, not to get too deep on girls, guys, and gossip, because you know we're not serious. If I wanted to buy a lot of packets to do that, right? What would stop me from going in shop?
Exactly.
If I really wanted to do it, which I don't, right? Like,
what if you, like, for me, if I'm going on holiday, I like to bring like 3 boxes because I know what everyone's like. Nobody else. I am the mother of the group. So say if we went away, you forgot to bring paracetamol. Everyone knows I have a whole medical kit in my suitcase, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But it's like I have to then buy it and then like go and get in the mall and go to like a different tin or something. And I'm there like,
it's the most annoying, petty thing in the world. I can't stand it.
But it's like, you can't buy 2 paracetamol, 2 ibuprofen. You can only buy 1 of each because you can only have the 2 boxes. And I'm sat there thinking, I'm just trying to get ready for my hollybobs. You know what I mean? Like,
and it's like, if I want to go and buy more than 2 paracetamol, they've got an issue with that. But if I wanted to buy 8 crates of lager or wine or beer or gin, that's allowed. It boils my piss differently. Of course, I've said it again.
I think that's the first one of the year.
Clock it! But, yeah.
My next one is you can't eat dessert before dinner. Why?
Who made those rules? Yeah, I'm with you on that. I am with you on that.
Do you know what I mean? I love a cheeky dessert before dinner.
Yeah.
Like, when I go to a pub or restaurant or whatever, look at the menu, I don't look at because 9 times out of 10, I know what I'm going to have. I look at the desserts, I'm thinking, what dessert am I going to have?
Exactly. Who made those
I'm like,
rules?
just bring them all out at the same time because I don't want to have to wait half an hour to then eat my dessert.
Exactly.
But equally, it's like, where has that whole rule come from? Why can't you have something sweet before, you have your main? Because you know what? Some starters are really sweet. So I'm thinking...
Exactly. Like if I was to go to Nando's and get like a chili jam, that's quite sweet.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? But then if I was to get a jam roly poly before it, that's crossing the line. I'm with you on that, especially because I am a sweet tooth kind of gal. So I get it. My next one during school, this would boil my piss. No bathroom during class. I honestly, do you want me to piss myself on this floor right now? And the biggest pet peeve was when they'd be like, you should have gone at lunch. Believe it or not, Janice, I didn't need the loo an hour ago. It would bore me. I got locked in the loo once at school because I was having a wee and they locked me in. So I was just sit there for 2 hours and wait till lunchtime.
That's terrible.
It's ridiculous. Like, I honestly, also, it's a human right to go to the bathroom. Another thing while I'm on a rant here, paying for the bathroom in like London or you go anywhere and you're charging
There's
me.
no public toilet.
Yeah, it's a human right actually for me to go to the loo. Do you know what I mean? What about us? I don't have IBS, but what about if I did have IBS? That is a medical emergency. Exactly, and like you know, especially in school, like when girls are going through that, like they're starting to blossom. Right? I don't know how else to learn it. But like,
come back next week when Josh talked menstrual.
Yeah, I know everything. So like, it will boil my literally. But like that rule would annoy me to the max because it's like it's a human right and you'll not let me have it. Also, if I want to wag, let me wag. You're still getting paid the same. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? People who take their jobs a bit too seriously, I'm thinking you're getting paid regardless.
Exactly. Like, calm down, honestly.
My last one is the idea that you have to hug everyone to say hello. I'm like, I can't. You know me, I don't like hugging people, and someone like, oh, just say hello. You don't need to touch me.
Yeah. From a fellow physical touch hater, I'm with you on
I just can't. Like, obviously, my family are very big, like a huggy family, and they hug everybody. But for me personally, like they know I'm not a hugger, so they won't. We'll hug to say goodbye.
Yeah.
But even then, I'm like a half-assed hug.
To say hello, it's really awkward because you've just had an awkward hug and then you've got to hang around and talk to them for 2 hours. At least if it's an awkward goodbye, you're out of their vision. But like, I cannot stand that. I'm with you. Right. My last one is to do with jobs. I work hybrid, but the amount of times I will get a message and be like, can you come in the office because we've got a meeting when I could just do it over a Teams call. You have got me out of my pit early because I love working from home. You wake up 15 minutes before, you roll out of bed, you go on like.
I'd be sitting in my pajamas.
I do, yeah.
Just the top, I'd just chuck a jumper
or
something over my pajamas.
Yeah, literally. And it's like, you've dragged me into the office for the most pointless shit when it could have just been done over Teams. I cannot stand what was like that. So
especially when it's not like you work around the corner.
Exactly.
It's not like it's a quick journey to work.
Yeah, and they know that. Like, I work quite far from where we live, and it's like, I could have just done this over Teams. It's 2026, guys. Do you know what I mean? But yeah.
I thought we could do pet peeves. Now, I feel like it's very self-explanatory what my first one will be.
This is why I didn't put it on mine, because I knew you'd
My first one is when passengers leave shit in my car. Like, why are you leaving all of your rubbish in my car?
Yeah.
When I'm literally, say, like, obviously, if I'm driving, I'm going to drop everybody home. Why are you leaving your rubbish in my car when you're literally about to go past your wheelie bin to go home? Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking it's not hard. Like, you have a bin in your house, you could take your rubbish with you. It really irritates me because I'm just like, I know, like, if I go in your car and we go for a Mackey's or something, I always take both of our rubbish and chuck it in the bin on my way up to the door because it's just like common courtesy, especially when you're not the driver in that scenario. I am. I don't want to have to clean my car every week because you're leaving all your crap in the car.
Yeah, it's the bit like I've got so many car-related pet peeves. It's a joke. Like, on that note, I cannot stand when people don't offer to give you petrol money because you're going that way. Right? You would have had to pay to get an Uber or a train or get your arse and walk it. So it doesn't matter if I'm going that way, it doesn't matter if I'm passing your house, it doesn't matter if we're going to the same place. Give me petrol money because do you want to pay for the train or an Uber? Go ahead, be my guest.
You should be paying me money, not because I'm going that way anyway, because I'm helping you with your inconvenience.
Thank you. And it's almost the people that don't drive as well.
But I feel like it's one of them. I feel like until you drive, you don't understand how things like that are really fucking irritating.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand it because you don't drive yourself. So, you know, it is a really awkward one because it's like, you know, full well when like the people who don't drive, when they drive, they'll be like, "Oh, that is really annoying." I'm like, "Thank you," because I thought the same thing.
I felt the same way. But also, I kind of think like, even if you do or don't drive, it's just respect and that's common courtesy. Like whether you like, I wouldn't dream of, before I had a driving license, of doing that in someone's car. I would never dream of it because I would. That's the same way. So I would never walk in someone's house and leave my shit everywhere. I would never do that. So it's the same.
It's like, would you do that in an Uber? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't leave rubbish in an Uber.
Do you know what? Maybe I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start giving ratings to my passengers.
Have a little book.
Yeah.
Right, you're never again.
Yeah, I'm charging. I'm gonna say, but like, I'm going to start doing that. Right, my first one is personal and it's something that boils my piss. And me and my best mate Molly talk about this all the time. So, not appreciating people's phobias. Now, a bit of context behind this. Very weird, but I have a phobia of ketchup. Right, you know this. This isn't like I don't like it. Even the thought of it, even talking about your nails actually makes me a little bit queasy. I don't like the taste, the look, the texture, the smell, everything to do with ketchup. I never have, even since I was a kid. The only time I tolerate it is on a Mackey's double quarter pounder, and I will 90% of the time ask them to take it off. But you know, when it's like a massive rush and you can't be asked, like
they barely put any on the.
That's what I mean. Anyway. Yeah. So it's like you can't really taste it. I hate when I've gone for meals with people and they will literally smother ketchup, or I've been to meals with people who will waft ketchup in my face, or like they will get a chip and go, "Josh, smell that." I don't like it. I do not like it at all. To the point where if you want to have ketchup and we're in a meal setting, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't eat. But I will put something in the way so I can't look at it. I'm that dramatic, but it's genuinely a phobia. And it's like, if you had a phobia of spiders, I wouldn't dangle a spider in your face. So do not do that with ketchup. I cannot. I'm getting worked up.
It's like people who draw attention to it, knowing that you have the phobia.
Because like, if we went for food, because you like ketchup, don't you? If we went for food and you put ketchup on your plate, I wouldn't even bat an eyelid to. But it's the fact that I've been on meals with some people and they will literally point it out, and then it puts me off my food then, and it makes me feel sick because I'm getting worked up. It's really not that deep, but it is to me. I do not like ketchup. It's a phobia at this point. So yeah, don't do that. Fuck it.
My next one, and this is a big one for me, like my mom will back me up on this one, is loud chewing. Like I really struggle to sit in a dinner setting with somebody and they're like, I can't, like, to the point that like, even when like I'm very like, I feel like that's the autism, to be honest. But the like, you know, like when you can hear someone chewing even though the mouth's closed, like you can hear them chewing in the mouth, like that, and you think, that really, I can't cope with it. But it really irritates me when someone eats like really loud with the mouth open. I'm like, just shut your mouth. Like there's no reason I need to see your whole roast dinner in your mouth. Do you know what I mean?
But I've got chewing gum in right now, so I'm really sorry.
No, but chewing gum doesn't bother me. Because I feel like it's more of a petite chew because it's only tiny.
Yeah.
But you know, like when you
No, I'm with you on that. That is the biggest thing. Like, and if a man did that to me on a date, bye-bye.
Like if I can hear your jaw mechanics going on there, I'm leaving.
Jaw mechanics.
I can't go.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. My next one is, and this yet again work related, you know, office girlies, as per my last email. Do not sass me electronically, Deborah. I will come for you. Like, I will. That boils my piss differently because you have gone out of your way to be a bitch over email. Yeah. And do you know what? I will go back and do one harder.
It's not being like, P.S. I did tell you that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's literally the same as I told you so.
Yeah. So someone does that, it's regards, not even kind regards. It's like, thanks. I will be so blunt. I will CC you.
You say that, I just put my name. I wouldn't even put anything above it.
Do you know what? I'm going to start doing that, actually.
Josh.
That is so sassy, and it boils my piss differently. Don't do it.
My next one is when someone replies back to me and just puts K. I'm like, are we arguing
How
now? Are we
dare
having a fight? I
you?
mean, my dad is guilty of doing it, but I think that's just an age thing. Like he just, or with the thumbs
The
up.
thumbs up, I was
Or,
just about to say that. Yeah, that's such a
and it
dad
it
reply.
really irritates me because I'm like, with him, I know that he doesn't mean it very sassily. But say if you text me saying K, and you didn't mean it in a nasty way or whatever, you were literally just missing off the O. That's what I would be thinking. But when someone does that, and I'm like, what have I like? And then I'm sitting there thinking, what have I done? Like, why are you? We'll be having a normal conversation, then just put K.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, are you that childish? Like, if you've got a problem, just say it to me.
That's
Like,
so
there is no
blunt.
need to put K.
Yeah.
It's so rude.
Yeah. On that note as well, when someone just texts you your name with no further explanation, I hate that. And why is it when that happens to you, it's like all of a sudden they've lost their phone. Like their replies have gone.
They've
like,
gone missing. They're halfway across the world.
Yeah. And I'm like, love, I'm not being funny. If it was that urgent, you could have just called me. I wouldn't have answered, but you could have just called me. Like, why are you Josh? And then I'm thinking, what have I done to this girl? What have I done to this guy? What have I done to, like, I hate it. Like, texting etiquette is a thing. Call me Gen Z, which I am. But, like, texting etiquette is a thing. My next one, and this does sort of really push towards BMW drivers. Does Molly drive BMW apart from Molly?
She only just got it.
Yeah. Use your fucking indicators. Seriously, I hate it because I am a petty bitch. And when someone's turning left, I'm not a slower downer. Like, I can't. Building on from that, why does it take 50 years for someone to turn a corner? Like, you know, when you're going along alone, this is very specific. You know, when you're going along alone, someone's turning like left. And if you just put your foot on the accelerator, I could have had to not slow down and carried on my journey.
I don't slow down to the point where I'm literally basically going backwards. Some people do. I'm thinking there's no need to be going that slow. Like you can just turn in at a normal speed.
Because if anything, that is more dangerous because you're causing the person behind you to do an emergency stop. Basically.
And then what if the person behind you is right up your ass? Then they're in the back of you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because they can't put their foot on the accelerator, but mainly BMW, apart from Molly.
One thing me and Mum always say when people don't indicate, because you know what, Mike is terrible for indicating.
Michael.
So, he's terrible. So I remember we were going down the motorway the one time, and we rang them. Like obviously my mum was following them. And Mike was going in and out of lanes. He wasn't indicating. Rang them, and this is one thing me and Mum say about any car when they don't indicate. We're like, well, clearly they didn't make that car with indicators.
Well, yeah,
because it's like, and then we rang. We were like, are your indicators broken? What's wrong?
Yeah,
and then he made a big deal of them doing it for really
doing it
long
on
time.
purpose.
I was like,
I love the pettiness. To be fair, I love that.
My next one is, it's a bit similar to when someone texts you your name, but when they text you saying, guess what? And then they take about 5 years to tell you. I'm thinking, are you taking the piss?
Yeah.
Are you taking the piss?
Yeah.
Like, just do not say, guess what? Like, if I said to you, guess what? 9 times out of 10, I'll send the message underneath, guess what? You haven't even seen the guess what before I've actually told you.
Yeah.
It really irritates me. I'm like, what is the need? Like, just tell me what it is.
Yeah. Because what I'll do now is, if I'm doing a guess what situation, I will type out what it is, copy and paste it, then put guess what and immediately paste it.
What I do.
Because I'm like, I ain't leaving you people in like Dermot O'Leary X Factor final suspense. I am literally, that was such a niche reference. Why the hell did I say that? But like, yeah. But like, I genuinely can't stand that. I cannot stand that. That is on the vibe of the name. I am with you on that. And half the time, it's not even worth a guess what.
It's honestly,
you could have just texted me the original
thing. I'm like,
yeah. So guess what? I had a Mackey's. Well done, bravo.
You didn't need the dramatic flair on that one.
Yeah, honestly. My next one is, I'm very sorry if this was a bit personal. Asking me to park around a drive-through. Why are you right?
You know
the clue is in the name, and I get when they're busy. I'll allow it. If I'm going around a Mackey's at 11 p.m. on a Wednesday night and there's no one around the drive-through, do not ask me to park up. I do not care. Sorry to be Karen. And then it's got to the point now where everyone does it. Everyone does it. You've got to check the food in the bag. And like, if I've got 5 or 6 meals and there's complicated orders, I get it, right? The amount of times I've ordered like a meal, and yeah, I'm being greedy and adding the 4 nuggets for $1.99. Shout out Mackey's. And they forgot my nuggets. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. It annoys me because then I feel rude going in and asking if it's giving like when you feel like you've got to ask for the money that you're owed. Because I'll go in and I'll be like, hey, I'm really sorry, but like you forgot my extra nuggets. And then they treat you like you've lied. And I'm like, I haven't. Like, give me the food that I pay for. But asking me to park up, I get it if it's like 5 p.m. Saturday night. I get it, right? You're busy. I'm half expecting. But the point where it's come to like, I remember the once, right? A little bit of a story time. Me and my friends went to London and we got to, I'm going to sound like I put the one in Longbridge, right? The 24-hour one. It was 1 o'clock in the morning, right? We ordered 3 Big Mac meals. If we ordered different meals, I'd understand. Those are the most basic meals. Big Mac meal with a Coke Zero. And we parked up for half an hour. So they must have just cooked them there. But not to be a Karen, the clue is in the name. Drive through.
You know what? Like, obviously, I worked at McDonald's. I know the way it runs. Even when I was on the drive-through, I wouldn't park people because I knew how irritating it was.
Yeah.
And you know, like when they overpark to the point that you're basically parking in a lamppost because there's no space. Like,
Yeah.
I always had a rule whenever I was doing the drive-through, I'd have a max of 5 cars parked. That was 3 in the bays, 2 in the car park, and that was it. Because I knew a lot of the staff had cars, so there wasn't that many spaces in the car park to start with. So I only ever have 5 parked at a time. And then because I also sat there and thought, you know what, if I'm trying to do like 10 orders down the line, there's still people sitting waiting for their food. And I was like,
Yeah.
that used to irritate me. But I would only ever park people when it was really like the point where like the queue was going out onto the main road.
Yeah, that's
because
different.
that is disrupting everybody else. So if it was a little bit down, you know, outside the front door, I'm not parking. Why should I have to park? I don't care about your times, to be honest.
Yeah. Honestly.
Equally, you're such a sweetie compared to me because if they forget something off my food or something's wrong, I go barging in with a whole bag and make them redo everything.
Do ya?
Yeah, because I'm like, you've brought it to me. I've checked through it. You've missed this, this, and this. Now it's cold. I want the whole thing fresh, and I want my items that you've missed off. And I don't know if that's because I've done the job. I know how easy it is. It's not that difficult to put a fucking bag of 4 nuggets in the bag. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's the biggest
and that's
pet
where
peeve.
and it will always be the basic things that they miss off. And
Yeah.
I'm just like to be fair, I have to go in quite regularly because me and Mum, her order's a double quarter pounder, but she gets no cheese because she doesn't like the cheese, the American cheese. But because the burger is a double quarter pounder with cheese burger, everyone is so used to just putting the cheese on it. And every time they bring it out, the big sticker on the front will literally say no cheese and they'll still put cheese on it.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there thinking, like, Mum's not lactose intolerant. I am. But God forbid she was, and that was to upset her like stomach and whatnot. And I'm thinking, because even though you've done it wrong, do you know what I mean? And that's why I'm someone like I don't care if we've already waited 20 minutes. I check every single item. I'll check the burgers that has been specific to make sure everything's right because I'm not going to go all the way home for my order to be wrong. That's why, like McDonald's, I won't do McDonald's on Uber Eats.
Absolutely
they never get it right.
No,
and
never.
then half the time it's freezing weather. And I'm thinking I could have just gone up and got that myself.
Yeah, it's absolutely grim. I mean, because do you know what that reminds me of? What you just said. Like, do you remember that viral TikTok of this vegan and they gave her a chicken burger instead of a McPlant, and she bit into it, and I was like, how can you fuck up an order? I'm sorry, I don't want to be a Karen.
You know what?
So all the Mackey's works out there, like,
it's quite nice.
I've never had it.
I have. It is actually quite nice.
I've had the veggie dippers and they're banging.
Yeah.
But like,
the McPlant, it doesn't taste like everyone's like, oh, good, it's going to taste like herbs. It doesn't. Yeah. It does taste like a burger. Like it doesn't taste like it's like made from plants.
Yeah.
It does taste really nice. Actually, I thought off the topic, but I know. My last one is people who just stop walking randomly in the middle of the path.
Walkers.
Why are you just stopping right in front of me?
Yeah.
Go to one fucking side. Why are you stopping right in front of me? Yeah. I can't find it.
Slow walkers. Right. I've always said this, right? They need, like they do with cars, they need a fast lane and slow lane for walking. I cannot because, listen, I'm gay. It's in our job description. We are fast walkers, right? And if I've got Charlie XX in my ears, I'm going 50 miles an hour. Do you know what I mean? If I'm Dutchess in my ears, move out my way. I cannot stand slow walkers. bit of a little quick story here. I went to go see Ray last week. Had to plug that one in, right? No word of a lie, the walk from the arena to the car park is max 10 minutes. It took me and Molly nearly 40 minutes because people do not move their fucking legs. And I've always said this, like, car traffic, I get it because there's lights. How can there be human traffic? Move your legs. It's not.
It's like people who just dilly dally.
Yeah.
Like, just if that's what you want to do, fine. But don't stand
Go
in
to
the
the
middle of the
side.
path. Stand on the edge of the
Yeah.
path.
You've really got me on a tangent with walkers because I was going to put them on, but I thought we'd be here for 50 minutes. I cannot stand, like, do you know what bit really annoys me? You know, when you come off public transport like a train and they don't move their arse, or another thing, you know, when you walk up to the barriers and they're stood there in front of the barriers and they don't move out the way or have their ticket prepared. I'm like,
Yeah, and they're like,
yeah. Did you leave your brain's house at home? Because I can't, like, you remembered to move out of the house, but you clearly didn't, like, remember your brain. I can't stand slow walkers. The amount of pet peeves. Oh, right. My last one is so particular, but when people say his instead of he's, do you know what I mean? Like he's as in HES.
yeah,
They put his, like he's a knob.
doing this.
He's doing this.
Yeah.
Did you not go to school? It's not difficult. Like it really annoys me. Like if you want to use the wrong there, whatever. Like I don't care. Right? I get what you're saying. But when it's he's a knob or he's doing this, and I'm like, surely you've got. Sorry, Mary just texted. Shout out to Mary. But like, you've got a GCSE in English. How are you spelling it wrong? I'm sorry, it's one of those things that really annoy me. And if a man did that to me, I genuinely think it annoys me to the point where I've been a man. It really pisses me off. Like, it would give me the ick. That is in my top 5 icks, it's got to be. That is so petty of me. But, yeah.
And then I thought as a last topic, we could do like things that we think are like really overrated.
Yeah. Yeah.
My first one is like expensive skincare. So I've got really sensitive skin, and you'd think if you're paying the price for expensive skincare, it should not react on my skin. However, products that are like 50 quid for a tub of moisturiser will make me go up in a flare. Whereas if I go and buy a Nivea tub from fucking Poundland, I'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I sit there thinking, so what is it that you're putting in it that is making my skin react? Like, why am I paying that price to have a skin reaction?
Yeah. Wow.
I don't get it.
I went into Sephora and like Superdrug the other day with my friend, and my friend is.
And didn't get me anything.
Sorry. Wait, what's the one called? Is it Pure Soul?
The Korean one.
Yeah, yeah. My friend loves expensive skincare, right? I could not get my breath over the price of something because I've always been a simple, because it doesn't make me come out in anything, and an ordinary. Out of the ordinary. Like, I did that. But like, I'm always them too, and I've never had any issues with them, touch wood. But like some of these skincare, I could not get my breath over some of these Korean skincare.
There's this pot, right, and I think it's called like Tatcha or something, and I'm sure it's like £110 just for this tiny bottle of moisturiser, and I'm thinking you could buy a big Nivea Q10 for about £2.99.
Exactly.
And it's got like 100 milliliters.
The thing is, I genuinely think like if you were to go to the factory, it's the same product in there.
Yeah.
I bet it is the same product.
With a bit of fragrance in
it.
I think that's what makes my skin react, is products that are fragrance. Because I'll put moisturiser on. Within 10 minutes, I'll have these massive red blotches all over my face. And then that won't go then for ages. That rash won't. It'll be there for ages. And this was really itchy.
Honestly. Right, my first one. I have briefly spoke about this, but I'm going to say it again. Olivia Dean. Olivia Dean. I watched the Brits last week. Gally won 4 awards. How? Yeah, I'm going to bring up Ray again. She's just been so version Ray. We wouldn't have Olivia Dean if we didn't have Ray. I do not get the hype. All the girlies love her. She's the most generic blonde. I don't think I have any of her songs in my playlist. I think I have about 4. And they're all our old ones. And Man, I mean. Like, I genuinely do not understand it. She's on everyone's story. She's on everyone's like favourite albums artist. I don't get it. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate her. I think she's great, but overrated. But like you can, okay, right, little bit of a side note. You can like something and also think it's overrated. Just because you think something's overrated doesn't mean you dislike it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I like Olivia Dean, but she's overrated. Do you know what I mean? On
Yeah.
that note, Harry Styles. But that's another conversation. I don't like that man. But anyway,
My next one is soft launching relationships. Like we've seen a hand, we've seen an elbow, we've seen a kneecap. Just show him already. Like it's been like 5 months. I'm thinking, no one actually cares that much.
Yeah.
Like
Show me the
really,
face.
no one
That's all I
cares.
care
That's
about.
all we want to know.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm like, you don't have to tag him or anything. I just want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I just want to know. Because then, if I, not all the time, but if it was like one of my friends, I will go on a stalk to try and look at the arm and see if it matches. Like if there's a tattoo, I will do my best at stalking. And 99% of the time, I will find them out. On brand with your skincare, expensive aftershave. Now, we just literally had this conversation with Bro, but I am a Zara girl through and through. Like, you're telling me that I can smell better paying 15 quid than I can 120 quid. Are you mad? Like, I do not understand. Like, if you want to spend that as a treat or in duty free while it's discounted and it's like an occasions one.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple of spenny ones that are like occasions, like if I'm going out.
Really nice
Yeah. That's
like
different. I would never pay that money for an everyday one. Never, ever, ever. Because I find a lot of them are strong to the point where have you ever had like a guy walk past you and you're like, that just smells like pure alcohol, like Sauvage or something. That smells like pure alcohol at that point because it stinks. Like, stick with your £15 Zara.
And I actually feel like my Zara perfumes last, like the smell lasts longer. Like I could be like 3 hours down the line and if I've got my Prada perfume on, you won't smell it anymore. Whereas when I've got my Zara one on, you can still smell it off me. Like if I walk past you, you can still get a waft of my perfume. And I'm thinking,
it's really not.
So what are they putting in there that other people are?
Yeah. On topic with that one, not including my girl, celebrity perfumes. I think that they are.
Cloud doesn't count because Cloud.
Ariana Grande doesn't count. She's queen. They all smell incredible. Apart from Frankie Nicks, which smells like gherkins. But anyway, I think that celebrity perfumes are the most overrated thing in the world. I honestly think there's a couple that I like.
They hike the prices up on them as well because they're celebrity ones. I'm thinking, no one cares that you brought out a perfume.
And barely any smell good. Like Ari's, I will, and I'm calling me biased like that. They do smell good. Some of Billie Eilish's smell incredible.
You know what? That. The One Direction one smelled beautiful.
Well, that's what makes you beautiful. I hate myself that I said that. Ew.
I found it. It was the one moment one, and they obviously they don't sell that anymore. So I literally will probably put that on like once a year because I'm like, oh,
you're saving it to the drip as you should. Like I had like the Nicki Minaj one, trigger warning, stinks. Like they're not good. Like celebrity perfumes, some of them are good. It's very chalk or cheese in it. Like, but the majority are overrated.
My next one is posting every life update online. No one gives a shit that you've gone to the doctors or your cat is at the vet. No one cares.
Yeah.
Like, just keep it for, posting the pictures or whatever. Like, I like to have a nose. But when I'm seeing that you're at the vets or you're doing this, I'm like, why have you told me that?
Is this like, does this constitute a private story as well, do you think?
No. Because private story, you're being selective about who can see in that. You're not forcing everyone in the world to see it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Like, if you don't want to be in my private story, you can just leave it. So you're not having to see it. But, if you're posting it on, like, your main story, everything's got... And I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? I sit there and I think sometimes I'm like, girl, that should probably be private. Like, you probably don't want everyone knowing that.
Yeah.
Like, they're just a bit oversharing too much. I'm thinking...
Take my advice. Take my advice.
Take that down.
Yeah. On with you. My next one is matcha. I've tried. It tastes like fish. It smells like grass. No, other way around. It smells like fish, tastes like grass. I've tried flavors. I've tried syrups. I do not get the hype. I do not get it. I only like two. So I've had a white chocolate one from Blank Street. That was decent, to be fair. And I also had this, sounds disgusting. I had an Earl Grey one. So it was tea mixed with green tea, which obviously matcha. Sounds grim, had a sip of Molly's. I had to go back and buy one. It was incredible. Every other flavour, I've tried blueberry, I've tried strawberry, I've tried all of the ones you can think of. It is disgusting.
I can't say I've tried it.
Yeah. And anyone who says they like it is lying, because if you need a syrup, you don't like it. It's the same as iced coffee. If you need 50 million syrups, you're drinking pure flavoured sugar, so you don't like it. Facts.
My next one is like people taking photos of everything instead of just living in the moment. Like, obviously, you know, like when you go to like a concert, like when I go to a concert, I record a little bit of like my favourite ones.
Yeah.
But I'm not literally like this the whole time. I'm not watching it through my phone. Like, I've not come here for that. Or like when I'm trying to think of like examples. Like in my head, I know what the examples are, but I just can't think of them. But it's like when you're too busy taking photos of like your food or what you. And I'm thinking, we've come out for food. Why the hell are we having a photography shoot? Oh my god! Why does it keep doing that?
Disconnected. She wanted to pitch in. But no, I'm with you on that. And it's always when you're absolutely starving and they're like, bear with, guys, bear with, let me position the plates. No one cares that you're eating at like Bella fucking Italia. No one cares.
I just want to eat my food whilst it's still
hot. Like, I'm not being funny. I haven't come here to take a photo and bounce. Like, I've come here to scran. Do you know what I mean? Or it's like, not so much anymore because it's not as popular. But do you remember when it'd be like, guys, take a boomerang with you. Oh my god! And it'd be like the drinks
and you'd
spilling.
have to do it like 6 times.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't like that one.
Yeah. No one cares.
I'm all for like, obviously, I take a photo of my dinner because me and Molly will always send each other a picture of our dinner. That's just the thing that we do. And then say like, obviously, when I went to the Italian and like you send me a picture.
Oh,
that's different because you know what, you've asked me to do it, so I'm going to send you a picture of everybody's meals. Like, it's not a big deal. They're all coming trickling out one by one anyway. But it's like one quick snap is fine. But you know when they're like, oh no, I don't like, and then I'm like, my food's been sat there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to eat my own food that I paid for.
Yeah.
Why are we taking a whole photo?
Oh, annoys me. Right, my next one is this whole get ready with me at 4 a.m, get up, do this fitness, this gym, all of this. Do you know what? Without trying to get deep, life lessons with Josh and Aoife here. Life's for living. If I want to sit there in the comfort of my home and binge watch Netflix with a Mackies and that's what makes me happy, I'm going to do it. I'm sorry, doing a 5K, I mean, I'm so chirpy because I did want to do couch for 5K, but that fitness buzz has gone now. Fuck that. But like, if that's what makes you happy, good. I don't want to see it on your social media because no one cares that you ran a 5K. Nobody cares.
Well done you.
Yeah, bravo. Like, I don't care. I would rather live my life of going to bed at 1 a.m. and waking up at 11 p.m. No, 11 a.m. and having 22 hours sleep. But like, I would rather live. Do you know what? Whatever makes you happy with your routine, with your fitness, with what you eat, just do it. Like, who cares? Oh, I can't stand it. If I go on TikTok and I say, get ready with me at 5 a.m.
But let's be real, who's actually getting up at that time? Do you know what I mean?
Absolute lies. Like, you're fixing your clock. Yeah, go on. I hate it.
My last one is when people hype up a night out and it just turns out to be really average. And I sit there thinking, you've done all of this hyping up to the point that, you know, it's embarrassing now because it was so shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was so boring.
Yeah.
And I just sit there thinking, like, I love a spontaneous night out. Me and Molly did it the other day, and you know what? It was actually a hoot.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was one of them, like, you know, like, we were just sat in the pub and we just thought, should we go into town? Like, I think it's different if it's like for a birthday or for like, and like you're doing it for an occasion. But if you just start doing like hyping up a random Thursday night out and you're like, oh yeah, and I'm thinking, we're gonna go out, we're gonna all be home by 11 p.m. Like, just you know, manage your expectations a bit better.
Yeah, I agree. Like, the secondhand embarrassment that I get when someone's like bigging up a night out, and I'm like, girl, I was bored halfway through. My last one to quickly finish it up is horror films. I can't stand them. I think they're the most overrated thing in the world. I'm very sorry. I knew we were going to disagree on this.
I love horror films.
There's no plot. There's no storyline half the time. Like, I don't mind a horror film if there's a storyline.
I'm not watching a good horror film.
Wow. Me, Millie and Sean watched one the other day. It was the worst film I've ever watched.
What film?
I don't even know, but it was about a little girl and a fucking teddy bear that came possessed. It was shit. I just think, like, if there's no storyline and the whole thing is to get me scared, I don't see the enjoyment in it. I mean, I know some people do if they like the adrenaline junkie side and all of that, but half the time they're not even scary. If you take away the music, they're not scary. So I'm not a horror fan girly.
I am.
I'm more comedy.
I do like a comedy.
Yeah.
I think mine would probably go horror, comedy, maybe action.
Oh, on that, a bloody rom-com. I think they're awful.
Oh, they make me cringe.
They're so cringe, especially when you're watching it with your mum or your family. Awful. Right. It's come to that point of the episode. I've missed saying it. Of our song of the episode. So, in honour of, I'll mention her for a third time, wearing my little Ray hoodie after seeing her 3 times in a week, I'm going to go with Genesis by Ray.
And on the topic of, things that I'm not happy with, I'm going to go with Can't Satisfy Her by Irene. I mean, that's not what the song is meaning by Can't Satisfy Her, but I'm just thinking all of those things I'm not doing.
Can't satisfy you. Yeah, I'm with you.
That's our rants for today. If you disagree with anything we've said, take it up with somebody else.
Yeah.
Bye.